ignoring you. And they let her in, right?
We're supposed to be on the same
Don't
team.
do that. We are on the same team.
Something is off. She has adult teeth. There are signs of puberty. Michael? I don't think she's a little girl.
Good American Family is the brand new series that is loosely based on the true story of a couple who adopt a child and become suspicious that their child isn't a child at all and are concerned that their lives are in danger. It stars Pompeo, and it just so happens to be her first role since exiting her hit show, Grey's Anatomy. Hi, Ellen. How are you?
Hi, Morgan. I'm great. I love your outfit. Your pink is so gorgeous.
Thank you. We're desperate for spring over here in Canada, so, you know, bringing the vibes.
You are. You're bringing it. I love it.
Thank you. You're so good in this. And I know, you know, Grey's Anatomy fans are so excited to see you in your first role since playing a doctor for so many years. Just what was that whole experience like for you?
It was intense, you know.
Yeah.
I knew I had to take a big swing, and my fans are so loyal to me, and I feel so loyal to them. And I have to bring it for them. I can't have made their 20 years of loyalty for nothing. I really need to make them proud. So I felt pressure, if anything, from them. I can't let them down. So it was intense, and I worked really hard and took it very seriously. And I hope they like it.
Oh no, they're going to be proud of you. You're just so prominent in this series, and so many different emotions. Is it true that you were a little hesitant to take this role on at first, because obviously this story is loosely based on a true story, and you're playing a bit of a controversial real life character?
Of course. I think, you know, anytime, you know, we're playing a character who's done terrible things or isn't the best person, you know, your ego comes in and, you know, how will this be received? Obviously, the subject matter is very tricky. There's a lot of very challenging, it's a tightrope to walk, I think maybe is a good way to put it. And this series could go wrong in so many different ways. So, you know, of course, I approached it with caution. But then when it started to come together and I met Katie and Sarah, the writers, and I met Imogen, specifically when I met Imogen, I thought before I met Imogen, how would we pull this off? And then when I met Imi, I thought, oh, well, that's how we're going to do it with the writers and her. And then, of course, Mark Duplass comes in, who's fantastic, and then the rest of our supporting cast. It's really an amazing group of actors who came together, and writers and everybody.
I love that you call Imogen Imi. It's very hard to believe this is her first TV role, her first acting role. She's playing Natalia in this. You know, she posts on social media that she will never forget the support you gave her and that she was such a fan of yours. So this was such an experience for her. What did you form a special bond with her? I mean, you share so many scenes together.
I mean, in a show like this where you're dealing with such challenging subject matter and such intense subject matter, we all relied so heavily on one another. And I feel really grateful that we had such a good relationship, because I learned as much from her as she learned from me. You know, her experience making this show and learning about this story was really important to me, how this story affected her, how she felt. And I'm just really grateful that we had each other during the making of this.
Well, you can feel that connection on screen. You know, your kids have seen episodes of Grey's Anatomy. Are they going to watch this series?
My oldest, I'm sure, will. My oldest definitely will. She's 15, and she can see it, but the two little ones will not. And hopefully, you know, there's nobody at school who has phones who's going to show them. I'm a little nervous about that, to be honest. If I'm really talking candidly, I'm nervous I don't want my two younger children to see me in this role right now.
Listen, I understand that. I appreciate that. Really quickly, I'm going to let you go, but your almost 10 million fans, of course, on social media noticed when you changed your Instagram handle, removing any mention of playing a doctor. Are we in this new era of yours?
Well, listen, Grey's is always, you know, part of my life, right? And I'm so grateful and happy for that. So I'm just freshening it up for the kids. You know, they want their content. They want their fast moving, you know, we got to keep them entertained. So I'm just, you know, freshening it up a little bit.
I love that. Hey, so nice talking to you, and congratulations on this. This is quite the role. Thanks so much.
Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Thank you.
Good American Family is streaming now on Disney+.